that was weird, but according to the other side here, because I got the vertical happening. Oh, you guys all saw the intro, so I'm guessing we're live. I don't know what's up with StreamYard today, folks, but join us for the ride. Let's see how much fun we. Oh, as you can see, we got some interesting guests today, and we're still trying to recover from Terrificon, right, Paul?
Yeah, it was a lot of driving. It's a lot of driving for one day. A lot of walking for one day.
Dude, yeah, I'm like, dang, because this is a trip and a half to get there, because it's about 3 hours at least. And then you try to enjoy yourself while you're there. The good thing is that it usually lasts till 7 o'clock.
Well, not only that, but it's in a casino, so the restaurants are very nice. I mean, they're not that expensive, but you can actually go to a decent restaurant and not have to worry about eating junk food. So that's kind of good, because every kind of go to is usually in a hockey rink or a gymnasium, whatever, and it's just like garbage food, and it's just like, I can't eat this stuff. There's no way.
Yeah, usually if you're lucky. Yeah, exactly. If you're lucky, you got the trucks outside with some good food.
Yeah, if you're lucky. Yeah.
Oh, have you guys? What's your experience with the cons? Is the food thing a big issue, or is it like you don't care?
I typically I like to. It's part of my way to like decompress though. After a convention, I mean, like I'll bring kind of my own snacks with me throughout the day, and then whenever I want to eat, like get a meal, I typically like to get out of the convention scene and try to get somewhere quiet, just because the whole day has been so busy and so loud and so crowded. So for me, I like to try to find places around the convention, outside of it, rather than in it specifically.
Oh, I definitely agree with you. That's what happens with us in New York Comic Con.
Yeah,
it kind of like it's kind of annoying in New York Comic Con. At the same time, it's not, because you want to get out of the space because it's so overwhelming.
Yeah,
They just don't have really good food nearby.
Though.
Yeah.
How about you, Kira?
Depends on which side of the spectrum I'm in. Since I bend, I normally have a lot of snacks on hand, and I never really leave the table to get food, because leaving the table means leaving an opportunity. So there's a bajunk of snacks behind my table at all times.
What's your favorite snack?
So part of my table is I have like a cauldron of candy. So unfortunately, whatever the candy is in that cauldron that I have on my table ends up being my favorite snack, even though it's supposed to be for the people that I interact with. And then sometimes, like, I'll see kids, they'll run up and be like, "Can I get a candy?" And I'm like, "But this is my meal. These are my sustenance candies." And they're like, "What? You eat candy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And here, have a piece. And then it's really fun to mess with them. But yeah, so high chews have been my favorite so far.
Oh yeah, great choice. For sure.
Great choice of like, it gives it energy, but then it's also delicious, and it's not like.
And it takes you a while to finish the high chew.
I know, right?
It goes away right away.
Yeah.
What amazes me with such a big cauldron of a lot of candy, it's really easy to rationalize. It's only one piece.
Mm-hmm.
And that one piece is like 100 pieces later.
Mm-hmm. And then I have to tell myself that this is supposed to be for the customers, like.
Yeah, because you're looking at the bowl, it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like when you have a con where nobody's like really passing by, and you're like, well, I need to help the bowl get empty.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes if it's slow, I'll get up and walk around with the cauldron and give it to the other vendors. I'd be like, "I got candy. You want some candy?" And they're like, "Oh my god, yes."
Oh yeah, especially I've done tables a couple times, and it's an experience and a half. I don't think like, I know you guys out there, some of you guys are creators, and you want to do cons and you want to do tables, and you always ask how it is to table, but we can give you like a basic idea of it. If you always feel like there's just this part of it that we're never going to be able to explain.
I feel like the biggest thing someone should tell you if you're interested in tabling, like your art or whatever, is just understand that you are one person, and if you leave the table, now there's no one at the table.
Yeah.
It means like if you need to use the bathroom, get food, like it's now an empty table and anything can happen. So bring friends or never leave.
You got to bring friends, though. That's what helps you out. Or you hope that somebody comes along and you can go, can you watch the table for a second?
Can you watch the table? Can you just stand right here? I swear I'll be right back.
Oh, it's worse. Like when you do the bigger cons, it's even worse because, like New York Comic Con, sometimes it takes an hour to get to the bathroom.
Indeed. And they don't even be letting people use some of the bathrooms sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they block off certain bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes you don't know it's blocked off until you get there. So that even extends your whole trying to find the bathroom even longer.
Well, this puts a whole new light on whether I should exhibit at a certain con or not.
It's the basic human things that you don't think about until it really happens.
I've been to some conventions where I've seen a booth right next to the bathroom. And I know sometimes the vendor gets upset, but I'm like, dude, this is just a perfect booth.
Yeah, because then they all gather, like either by bathrooms or by food.
Yeah.
You're guaranteed some sort of traffic, right? I mean,
you probably got to work your ass off, especially because people are going into the bathroom. And you gotta judge when you're gonna talk to these people because you don't want to talk to them when they're trying to get into the bathroom.
Then there's just like you try to stop the person who's like jetting, and you're just like, come back when you're done, please.
Either that or you start blackmailing people. We won't let you into the bathroom if you buy something.
There's no bathroom here. What are you talking about? There's no bathroom here.
So since we're talking conventions, we'll start with you, Kira. You're doing this thing on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So tell the people all the good stuff. Give them the spiel. Go for it.
The spiel. I will do my best. So the market that's happening this Saturday, August 15th, is going to be located in New York City, 87 Lafayette Street in Canal. That's kind of like the Chinatown area. But the basic gist of it is it's a witchy anime market that's going to be open to the community. It's completely free to go to. There's going to be vendors of all different natures, as well as like activities and things throughout the market. So there'll be 2 candle workshops, crystal candle workshops. There's going to be a Black Clover cosplay meetup. And there's also going to be a performance from Gameplay Live. They just locked in with me yesterday, so I'm like really excited about them. And they kind of do like a live role-playing game stuff with the audience, which I think is really amazing. Where you can like contribute to the story, you talk directly to the like actors. And then like they portray different bits, but it's like kind of imagining playing one of those murder mystery games with your friends, but if your friends were talented and can act and do voices and were good on improv and did monologues. So it's like a really great experience, and I kind of catered the market to be something that people can be at all day. So there'll also be a gaming table in the beginning of the day till 4. So that way people can, sit, relax, play new games, play old games, make new friends, ruin old friendships, all those things. So that's like kind of the gist of the Summer Spell Market. And I'm working with a lot of community spaces as well that are going to help and contribute and be a part of this wonderful Saturday. So if you're free and then you're in the New York City area, come through to the Summer Spell Market. Completely free to come. There's going to be bar, there's going to be food, there's going to be all these wonderful things.
So what makes you decide to take this on? Because this is not a simple decision.
No, creating this market has not been a simple decision, but it's like every moment of it has been so wonderful because I'm someone who has gone to cons, has vended in cons, and have been around the block for a little bit, but I've been selling for the past year. And I really do love the idea of this community that's gathered around my artwork and different things of that nature. And someone was like, you should host your own market, Kira. And I'm just like, okay. So I found a niche in the sense of witchy anime themed things because that's very much like who I am as a person. So like I wanted to bring together that in an event. So like there'll be witchy vendors, there'll be Japanese vendors like vinyl sellers, like vinyl retail sellers, and then also like artists, just artists who are doing their thing. Like all of their stuff is made by them, no AI. It's just wonderful people who are putting their heart out there and like just creating to their heart's content. And the great thing about some of these vendors are they're people that I've met along my journey, and I'd love bringing them together to then meet each other and build the community to be a lot bigger and stronger. Because I believe there's a big market out there for witchy anime folks like myself. And I feel like there hasn't been like that thing for me because I've been here in New York. Maybe I got to go somewhere else. Maybe that's what it is. But if it's not New York City, then where is it? So I figured I'd make it. And hopefully it goes well. I'm really looking forward to meeting all the people who are going to be involved and the people who are going to show up. And I even created a character who's there on screen right now. Like, her name is Midori, and it's not me, I swear. But she's like kind of the mascot for the event. Her and her little familiar Kage, who is totally not based off of my real dog.
Thank you for clearing it up, Kira, because I was going to ask, but I won't now. So.
Yeah, it's funny because I made a post about it recently about like that is not me. I don't know who you're talking about. She is her person. I am my person. How dare you?
But I know what you're talking about because the witchy stuff is usually part of the bigger cons. It's a part of it. You'll find sections, but usually it's not like they're all together in one section. It's usually that you'll find them there at whatever convention, whether it's anime, whether it's comics, whether there's always a couple of vendors that have a witchy vibe to them.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out also like a D&D-esque vibe, like tabletop gaming vibe too, because like that's also very involved as well.
Yeah. And that's another space where you find these witchy vendors as well as the D&D conventions.
And there's a community out there for it. As someone who's very heavily in there, I just wanted to create something that like people who appreciate those things could come and be a part of, and it actually be the focus of an event, not part of an event.
I gotta say, like it's a niche that it hasn't been scratched, so I feel like you found something, and it's a good audience to hit up.
Thank you. I'm just trying to create something that I know that if I saw it out here in the world, I'd be super stoked to go to. So that's like kind of what I've always focused on, is trying to make events that I feel are real and the people want. And as someone who would want it herself, I'm really excited to kind of create this for people, because also like I won't be vending in the market either. I wanted to focus on solely like hosting people, getting people to meet others, like not enforcing, that's intense, engaging the people to kind of interact with the things that are going to be there at the market. Like there'll be areas to relax, to chill, to have a drink, to play games. Like all of the games have been stress tested vigorously, so that way like people can really enjoy it and meet new people in playing them. Some of them are even just one-person games. You can even bring your own games, and then also there's like a stamp rally that's full of different prizes and things from around the community that have donated their stuff. There's going to be like 30 prize kits. That's a hilarious photo of me. That's not Kage. That's not my dog. I mean, that's my dog, but that's not like the mascot dog. But just for example. But yeah, I feel like I'm over it. And I've gotten to work with the beautiful people like Mini NYC, Mina NYC. Like he's been just so awesome and helping me spread the word about this market. And so have you been. So thank you for having me. And I hope that people get to come and enjoy their Saturday with us.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks like you're taking a whole different side to this. And like you were just saying, because I was going to say, if you had a table, because we were saying it earlier, you have to have other people that are taking care of your table.
Yeah,
It's not like you can do
and
it.
yeah, I can't do it, and I'd rather focus on all the other artists that I'm working with. There's gonna be like 18 plus vendors, and I already have like an idea of how to like treat them well. I'm gonna have like little snacks and water already waiting for them at their table. I hope they don't hear this. This is supposed to be a surprise, but I don't know. I feel like from being on one side of the table to now being on the other, I felt what it's like to be an artist at these things, and I want to make sure that they truly enjoy it no matter what the cost or the like outcome. But I hope the outcome's good. But I can't control it once it's happening. I just gotta try to get the people there.
That's a huge deal because per our earlier conversation about leaving the table, I mean, every time I try to leave my table, Ralph will test this. I walk away and all of a sudden the crowd shows up and I got to go back. So trying to get a water or whatever is impossible. Anytime a event coordinator provides that for the tablers, the vendors, is huge. It's such a great thing. You don't realize how great it is. So
yeah, I agree. I was just recently tabling at an event. Anytomo is what it's called. It happened.
You were at Anytomo. Yeah.
I was a table at Anytomo, and like they are the grand slam of it all. Like they had this one volunteer went and bought me onigiri, and it saved my life. And I bet. So that's Manny's event, yes. And then he had volunteers who were helping out throughout the event, and it was just wonderful. And I was like, wow, the thought that went into this, I hope I can try to provide that for this market on Saturday.
They do an excellent job. I was heading that way until the storm hit. And I was worried about flooding.
Wasn't the
that day was another bad day. I couldn't get to New Jersey either. It was awful.
Yeah. So I would have met you that day if I would have ever made it over there.
Well, we met like now, so that's
good. Yeah. But Anytomo, they do a great job. They also, and when they're doing exactly what you say, they take care of their vendors. They make sure everything's okay. They have a vendor liaison, which Manny is. And I feel like a lot of the cons don't do that. So it's good to see when the vendors are taken care of, because they go through a lot to be at these tables.
Yeah, and you put a lot on the line as an artist, and as any sort of person vending at these events. Like you put yourself out there, you put your work out there, whether it be like your keychains, your stickers, your mangas, your like comics, anything like that. Like. And I feel like you guys can attest to this. Like, it's hard to put yourselves out there, especially when it's coming from your own creative heart, Yeah.
Yeah. You hit the. I feel like nobody thinks about it. These vendors, when they take these tables, they're not just selling something. They're putting a piece of themselves at these tables, and then trying to sell a piece of themselves.
Everyone.
So you feel double rejected when things go wrong.
Yeah. I draw what I enjoy, and and everything that's on my table that I sell. You could see a little bit of my stickers here in this image on the screen, but every anime and show and things that I have featured on my table are all things that I've seen and vigorously give a shit about. Oop, my bad.
All right, I already cursed. I think I cursed like 3 times already. So
sorry, it's just the passion. The passion came out. My bad.
See, I love the like you said that, because I always say that to people all the time. I feel like cursing is a punctuation. And if you're gonna do it, use it so that it punctuates what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I hate these people that every other word out of their mouth is a curse, and I'm like, dude, you're losing the meaning of what
the meaning of the like. You're like diluting your sauce, kind of. Yeah.
Because the power of it is gone. Yeah. As a writer, I always think about this stuff, because when you're writing a story, if you throw in one of those words, but you throw it in all the time, then it loses its meaning and loses its power. So I feel like you really need to think what we're saying. And this society has turned into a place where you don't think about anything that you're saying. So how many vendors are you going to have?
There's going to be 18 plus vendors. They're different types too. So there's going to be like body art vendors. So we have somebody who's doing henna. And then we have jewelry, we have accessories, we have stationery, we have vinyl, we have just, and there's also going to be a psychic there. So there's going to be a lot of different things for people with different niches to enjoy and be a part of.
That's a good mixture.
Thank you.
You're really leaning into the your theme, because I find some cons will have a theme and then
and they kind of lose it at the door, right?
Nothing in there is about that thing. Maybe one table.
Yeah. And it's interesting. All the vendors who are more like art focused, they've kind of enjoyed taking on the theme too. Like, so some of them normally do like Japanese focused kind of artwork or kind of anime kind of things, but they're just like, oh wait, so I can like lean into these things with this market. I'm like, I would want nothing more than for you to make all of the brush buddies that you can make. Like, it just different things from like different animes that feel this witchy vibe. They're like, oh yeah, people will get it here at this market. And I'm like, that's the point. Like, these witchy animes exist and like people will love them. Like, I'm really excited for our Black Clover meetup, not just because I'm a really big fan of Black Clover, but like because like I think it fits the vibe so well of the market, where it brings in that witchy element and brings in the anime, and it's just like kind of a great combination of both.
Oh, you are really jumping into this. Oh,
'tis my life.
Love the bag.
Thank you. That's the Dead Pedal Club kind of merch bag, because I'm doing this all under my Dead Pedal Club account, where it's basically I host workshops and events that all cater to kind of learning about yourself and taking on a crafting kind of ability, which is what the candle workshops are going to be about. The crystal candle workshops, they're going to learn how to set intention and learn about crystals, which is also very witchy. But it's also very like a homebrew of creating your own intentions for stuff. Oh, and that's me at Kaiju Fest. So it's been really nice vending. But the idea behind the Dead Pedal Club is just to kind of create a community where people can learn how to do new things, new tasks, new like ways of expressing themselves. Because previously I've done like a reef making workshop where I taught people how to make like little mini reefs, and they brought intention to those reefs, which is like kind of practical magic-y kind of vibes. And then before that was like a flower arranging workshop, where I then taught people how to do still life drawings, which is basically just trying to find ways to create activities and things that people can be a part of that isn't just specifically going to a bar, going to a restaurant. Like, it's actually an activity that you can learn and do stuff, and then maybe even bring it with you to what you want to do next.
Love it. Love the idea. I really do feel like you're actually diving into this. You're actually making the theme into something that is part of the con. Like I said, I've seen anime cons, and you go in there and there's like one anime vendor. And you're like, oh, this is not an anime con.
But I got that one guy. That one guy's doing that one thing, so this is an anime con.
It's interesting. And like we say, I know that I'm saying stuff here, but running these conventions is not easy.
As I am learning. But I see why people do it. Like, I get it. Like, I haven't gotten over the hump yet since the event is this Saturday, but I am really looking forward to, no matter the outcome, like being a part of this community and providing a space for people. That's always been something that I'm really passionate about, which is what started the Dead Pedal Club in the first place. Just like kind of creating these spaces for people to be themselves and organic and free.
I try to it's funny you're saying all that, because I always try to interview the showrunner at these things, but it's one of the most difficult things in the world to do. It's like catching that exclusive Pokemon card. Because they're so busy.
The wild showrunner.
Exactly. They're so busy that if you see them for a second, and that's what usually ends up happening. It's like, here's a quick picture, and that's it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be jetting around during the event, but you will see me. You just may not catch me.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. You get the quick picture.
So it's nice to have these kind of moments to talk to people. So thank you.
Oh, dude, we had the showrunners for Annie Tomo, and it was great talking to her. And when you went to the show, you barely saw her.
Yeah. Like every second I looked up, I'd see Manny just zooming by, and I'm just like, "You're doing great, Manny. You're doing great."
I have good luck with Manny because I'll usually catch him at a lull.
Just a word of advice, Kira. If someone gives you constructive feedback, take it and listen. I mean, I've exhibited at cons before, and the provider, the coordinator, come up and say, how's the show going for you? I said, it's going well, but this is what I saw. And then instantly his back would go up. It's just like, I'm not trying to complain. I'm just trying to improve your experience for both the vendors as well as the people who are attending, So I think if you're open to that, it only makes it a better experience for everybody,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Thank you. I mean, myself as a person, I'm always open to, constructive criticism as long as it's constructive, because I've been like a teacher for like 10 years, and that's what I teach is just like if you're gonna give feedback, it should be constructive feedback. You shouldn't just be like, I hate it, and I'm like, that's how is that gonna help anybody? Always down for some constructive
I was gonna say you've hit the pet peeve here, because as a writer, one of the things, and I know you sit there and go, oh, here's my work, and then the person will go, oh, okay. And you're like, what'd you think of it? It was good.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, come on. I just what you like.
A little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they think that you're trying to say something. I'm like, no, if you hated it, you tell me what you hated about it as well.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah. I've taught high schoolers for over 10 years now, and that's like the hardest thing to teach them. Like, we get it, you don't like it, but what don't you like? Why? And then they freeze up immediately. It's like, well, I just didn't like it. Yeah. Isn't that enough? And I'm like, no, it is not enough.
Oh my God, it's such a funny thing, because as creatives, we look for each other to give feedback, and it always bugs me out, because the ones that do it the worst are the creatives, and they know what real feedback is.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Go for it.
What's some like a criticism or like critique that you've gotten that you really feel like helped you like get over a hump or change up something that you didn't realize needed changing?
That's a good question. Paul, Nandor?
Oh yeah, I mean, this drawing sucks. I say that all the time to myself, but yeah, I mean,
these are my thoughts.
It's hard sometimes getting feedback, especially because I don't work outside of the house. So I'll ask my family, and I don't know if they're like afraid to say something negative or not. I said, but I'm trying to figure out if this is right or not. And so if I say it that way, then they're like, okay, maybe you should try this, Dad, or whatever. And that's how it goes. But it's like, it's just not asking what you think. It's like, I'm having this issue. What do you feel could improve what's happening with what's going on? It's kind of like you're leading the question as opposed to keeping it totally open-ended, or closed-ended, whatever. And I think the way you ask the question is really as important as what the answer you want to get from it. So, in all seriousness.
Yeah, because a lot of people can be kind of, I mean, they can either be really forward about the criticism, but sometimes a lot of people are kind of, they hesitate on critiquing someone's work when you really want it too. Like you're like, it's okay. Like you can tell me, like I'm looking for this. I'm looking to improve. And I think the way you ask the question can be really helpful for them to go, okay, like they can open up a little bit, because sometimes I've found it can be hard to get constructive criticism, because it's like, what are you, because the question I get when I'm looking for some help is, well, what are you worried about, or like what are you looking for specifically, that you think might be an area of improvement. But in terms of like my own work, and it's something that in comics I've had to really kind of study and figure out and get away from some of the rookie mistakes from the writing aspect is just kind of understanding the real estate of a page and how much space there actually is for certain actions on a page, and how um, in some of my like early stuff, I had to do a lot of kind of extra work or extra editing to try to make things fit in places that probably there should have just been an entirely, new page, or like like this can't all fit in here, And so as I've worked with more artists over the years, and as I've kind of again grown more familiar with the medium and just kind of put my nose to the ground and studied it, learning what that's like, and even getting to the point where you're you're kind of going by numbers, where you're like, there should only be 25 to 30 words per word balloon. And so like every time you're writing a dialogue piece, or any sort of narration, it's like, okay, where do I fit along the spectrum? Is it going to be readable? Is it going to be easy for the reader to follow? Are you overloading the reader too much on this page, and just kind of working through that.
It's funny that you say that.
So I was gonna say, yeah. So Ralph, next time you ask me about your piece on vocal, you're gonna like give me a little bit more information besides what do you think, right?
I always do. I give Paul too much information, because then Paul goes, "Ralph, stop it! I'm doing enough."
And then it starts to become unsolicited.
Because every time I read some of Paul's stuff, or I check something out from Paul, I get excited, and then I go, "Hey, how about?" But Nanda, I know exactly what you're saying, because there's times where you're looking at the stuff, and the stuff is coming in, and then you got to figure out how to take it, who to take it from, and with me, like if somebody's saying the structure of the story, there's a problem with it, da 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 da. That's different than somebody telling me, well, I didn't like the way you wrote the character, and I don't like the character, and I'm like, well, tough noogies about that, because
that's the character.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, you don't like the character, you don't like.
Yeah, if you don't like them, then they've succeeded. You're not supposed to like them.
Well, not only that, but if they really don't like it, then I know you're not my audience. So there you go. I'm finding who I'm catering to.
Because I feel like, especially now with fandoms, they expect you to change something because they didn't like it. And I'm like, there's a difference. If the story structure, or the story way, or the way I'm doing the story, there's a problem with that, I can listen to what you're saying, because then it's this problem with structure. Yeah. And if you're telling me that you didn't like this or you didn't like that, I'm like, well, hey, and I'm not saying that there can't be a problem with what it is that they're not liking. But most of the times what's happening is that they just don't like it, and they want you to change it to something else. And I feel like Hollywood's doing that now with all these things. They'll change it, and now somebody else doesn't like it, and I'm like, should have just left it.
But then sometimes it works out for the better. People really didn't like the Sonic, and then they went and changed what he looked like.
That's different. That is structure. That's art.
That's art. And now we're just talking about art. Okay.
No, but it's still the creative process. But at the same time, I understand they went with this idea. Well, this is what we're going to do with Sonic. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, have you seen Sonic? Have you watched the Sonic cartoon?
Did any of you open any of these books, any of these reference materials?
No.
Did any of you
they
look
just
at it
know
at
best. Yeah, they know best. So this is what Sonic's going to look like now.
And that's what it is. They've decided this is what we're going to do. And when it comes to somebody else's property, because what I'm talking about is when it's your own property. And I know there's a lot of writers and artists that take other people's property, and then they want to make it whatever from themselves. And I understand that, but at the same time, you can't change the character from who they are into something else because you didn't like who they were.
Yeah.
That's why I hate when you see a writer writing Batman, and they're like, well, I didn't like Batman anyway, so now I'm going to make Batman this. And you're like, well, if you didn't like Batman, why'd you take the writing job?
because they offered me Batman. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and who says no to Batman?
Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know, man. If you don't like the character,
yeah, I think that just that becomes a kind of a rotating door conversation in the comic book world and the superhero world when it comes to continuity and whenever there's an established character, and and but it's interesting, on kind of the flip side of that, some of our favorite interpretations of these characters were not their original interpretation. So it's like if you can build upon what's there and kind of, I don't know, instead of trying to do something different, dig deeper into the heart of the character. That's when you can transform them and for the best, rather than just trying to force something upon a character. I think the Adam West Batman is a good example of, this is the way people saw Batman in the 60s, and then Frank Miller comes along with The Dark Knight Returns and year one, and like kind of makes Batman serious again, but there's a lot of people who would say Adam West is their favorite Batman, and that interpretation, is the best one. But it yeah, and
was that your first version? That, like, I also feel like when you have a first, that one also hits you harder. Like if you're someone who likes, like myself, I love Doctor Who. And of course, my favorite Doctor is Christopher Eccleston because he was my first Doctor.
That's awesome.
Just like how everybody has like, oh, mine's Matt Smith, mine's David Tennant, and they're, these are the things that you gravitate towards because they're your first, and that's why they're special.
Yeah. Well, and that's what makes. I'm a huge Whovian as well. Like that's what makes Doctor Who kind of it's a genius idea because. The idea of change is built into the story,
into the character.
So it works. So like there's kind of no wrong way to do it. Just
even though people will tell you that there's wrong ways.
Yeah. It's like, okay,
always.
But it depends on how. I mean, if we were to talk about like when Chris Chibnall took over and maybe some of the things they tried to do with Jodie, it was like, Are we sticking to the heart of the character? Are we changing too much? Are we asking questions that we don't necessarily need to be asking? But overall, when you look at each Doctor, that's what makes being a Doctor Who fan so exciting, is like asking people, where did you start? Who was your first Doctor?
It really tells how long you've been there.
Yeah. And I always, it kind of shows you a little bit about maybe their personality and the kind of things they like too.
I gotta say, just to age myself.
Oh, he's a good Doctor though.
Oh, he's a great Doctor.
He's a good one.
I've met him a couple times. He's an interesting guy.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh my God. So since we're talking about all this stuff, and Nandor, why don't you tell the people what you're working on? Since we're in this vein of writing and creating, go for it.
Yeah, and talking about change specifically, which has a lot to do with my new book that is releasing in comic book stores everywhere on September 9th. The final order cutoff date for this book is August 17th. So if you're a retailer or a customer, go to your local comic store and order Seasons Volume 1 Spring. This is my first graphic novel that's going to be released in the direct market and comic book stores. So I'm extremely excited about it and really happy about it. It's being published by Source Point Press, and it's going to be in stores in the US, the UK, and Canada. So this is a really great opportunity for people who love independent comics and who maybe been following me for a while or who are just being introduced to my work to see what I'm all about and the kind of stories that I like to tell. Seasons is actually the first project that I ever started working on when I was right out of high school, and I had wrote the first story and kind of continued working on it throughout the years and did some Kickstarter campaigns for them. And I released like these hardcover editions for the first 2 volumes. And I'd been pitching it to publishers, over the years ever since. And I connected with Dirk Manning over at Source Point Press. And it was funny because he told me, he was like, we're not going to publish, superhero stories. Like that's not something that Source Point does. But I really like this book, So like in a lot of ways um I feel like I won Dirk over in a way, and I think it'll win other readers who
Just to cut
are
you off a minute there, I have to
yeah.
say, this is not your average superhero story.
No, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm listening to what Dirk said, and I'm remembering what I looked through when you sent it to me, and I'm like, but yeah, at the same time, it's not your average superhero story.
Exactly.
Can you tell us a little bit about the character? Now I'm like intrigued.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I know I'm kind of I'm missing the boat here. I'm talking about the story. But yeah, it's a story about a young man named Fletcher Eames, and the entire series is structured over 1 year of his life, and with each passing season, his abilities alter and change. So he's having to discover new things that he can do as his power set changes, and so these abilities that he acquires are kind of representations or manifestations of things that he's going through at the time. And in this first volume in spring, he first discovers what he can do. He's having a lot of difficulty with his relationships and his ability to connect with people. And he starts, he can start like empathizing with people and hearing their thoughts and feeling what they're going through. And the antagonist of the book is actually himself and his shadow self and the shadow self of other people in the city. So it's an introductory story that really focuses on his past and the kind of person that he's always wanted to be. And this book, thrusts him on a journey to discover how he can kind of put the pieces of his life back together. And that's why we're starting in spring, because it's a sense of rebirth, a sense of, new beginnings. And as we go from one volume to the next, we'll start to see him, reconnect with people and kind of find his footing in the world. And I like to tell people, like, if they're wondering kind of about the tone or the style of storytelling, this book is very much like M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable, the film Unbreakable meets James O'Barr's The Crow. So it's kind of
my God, that's such a great way to illustrate a visual.
That's exactly the feel you get when you're looking through the books.
Yeah,
that's intense. Like you get an immediate like kind of image in your mind.
Yeah, like it's very grounded, but it's very emotional and poetic and raw, and it has a lot of, it's black and white, and so there's.
I was going to ask you about that. Is that the reason you went black and white?
Yeah,
it gives it makes it feel more powerful.
Yeah, there's a vulnerability. I feel like there's like a nakedness that.
For sure. Yeah, you can't hide behind great colors. You can't hide behind like some sort of aesthetic or something. It's like there, your story, your characters, your world.
Yeah, and so this is for people who maybe love kind of superhero tropes or superhero stories, but want something that kind of strips all of the window dressing or all of the pizzazz about it and the gimmicks about it, and tries to bring like the supernatural down to our level, like if it really affected us, and one day we woke up and we could do things we never thought we could do, and
what would happen.
And how that would affect someone's psyche and their ability to confide in people, connect with people, feel like they
Yeah.
belong, feel like an outsider. And so
Hmm.
um and it's very much a story that explores who Fletcher is, and kind of all the demons and all the things that he's kind of pent up inside him that he's kind of kept hidden, and it reveals all of that, and he discovers things about himself that he never thought he could face. He could never face himself ultimately. And so it's the beginning of a long journey. This is a 116-page graphic novel, and it's beautifully illustrated by Anthony Gonzalez Clark. And we've been working on this series for a long time, and it's just like very much a passion project, a project that came from me wanting to do something meaningful and important, and try to like put myself out there in a way that I hope people will respond to, and then it'll resonate with them and make them maybe think about themselves and the world around them a little bit differently.
I love that, Nandor. I completely agree. I'm congratulations. This is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very like I said, I'm very excited about it. I've been reaching out to retailers, and I've been doing interviews, and trying to let people know about it as much as possible. And for this to be like the first thing that I ever worked on, for it to finally, after I don't know, it'd be like 7 or 8 years, for it to be in stores, is quite, a dream come true for me. So like I couldn't be more excited about it.
So if my retailer's not distributing it, Nandor, can I get it like online somewhere, or is there like issues?
Yeah. So if your retailer doesn't carry it, or if you can't make it to an LCS, I have my own website, foxholecomics.com, which is what we're looking at right here. And you can order a copy directly from me, and you can get it from me. You'll also be able to get it from sourcepointpress.com whenever it releases on September 9th. And I have different variant covers also, like, that are kind of exclusive to my Foxhole Comics brand. And we are going to be releasing Volume 2 through SourcePoint Press. But if you want an advance copy, you can get it from me directly before the world. So that's really exciting. And Anthony and I are working on Volume 3 right now.
Nice.
And we'll be, hopefully done with that this
Volume
year.
3 is winter, I'm assuming.
So it's going to be spring, summer, fall. So Volume 3 is fall.
Damn, skipped a whole season.
and then Volume 4 is going to be winter, and then we're back to rebirth. So there's there's a cyclical structure to the story, and
I love that.
It's interesting. It's a little different. You don't usually see this type of structure.
Yeah.
I feel like people stray away from it because it's like that the end is near because of the cyclical structure. But yeah, play with it. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
This looks really cool, man. I'll be getting a copy. This looks great. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I've really been excited for a while, and it's speaking to retailers and kind of talking with them. I've been calling a lot of them and emailing them, and kind of letting them know, like, hey, like, this is the thing about this story is that Volume 2 is already done. We're working on Volume 3. This isn't going to be a project that we just come out with the first volume and never follow it up, or there's gonna, like, we can build a fan base together through the series and have customers come back and
to your stories
about it. And it can be a conversation piece, and it's all told in real time. So like that was a huge thing for me about writing this series, was what would it be like to actually start with someone on day one and go through 365 days of their life and see what it's like, to just be like a human being, but like to be someone who's struggling and who is trying to right the wrongs of himself and his own kind of failures and his own missteps throughout his own life. And it's definitely has some slice of life elements, and it has some horror elements to it. But each book, each volume, kind of genre bends with each book. So like, each season has a different flavor, just like it does in our own lives. And so what Fletcher experiences and what he goes through is kind of a, it's the season is a metaphor for whatever he is, currently experiencing.
Dude, amazing. I like the structure. I like the difference.
The art is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You said Anthony what?
Yeah, Anthony Gonzalez Clark is the
Anthony Gonzalez Clark. Shout out to Anthony. You did that.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's grown as an artist, throughout these. I mean, by the end of it, we will have done around 400 to 500 pages, and so this artist is going to be, just getting better and better, and hopefully the story, will be getting better and better as well. So
Awesome.
This is an exciting ride. Really fun. A lot of fun. This is great.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, you did that.
Can you go over if you know a retailer near you that you would want? Like, how do I get this in my local bookstore?
Yeah. So, shout out to like I'm in the Missouri area, so shout out to local stores like Elite Comics and Distant Planet Comics and the Antiquarium, Capital City Comics. Like if you're around and you're watching this or listening to this, like all you need to do is go to Lunar Distribution's website and put an order in. So Lunar distributes DC. They distribute so many different publishers. And if you're in the UK and Canada, you can get it through Universal Distribution. So all you need to do is go through your most trusted distributor, and you can place an order. And if you're a customer, just go to your local comic shop and speak with someone and say, "Hey, I want to pick up season 41 spring." Yeah,
Give me that book.
book.
Give me that thing.
I'm happy you said that because sometimes that's what you need to do. Because some of the comic stores kind of have to listen to you because you're the customer.
Yeah, you're the customer. Yeah. And also you might be bringing in something that they had no idea about, and then they themselves might like totally like, oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, and I've thankfully because I've been sending preview copies to retailers, and I just got an email today from one from a store in Seattle that was like, "Hey, I read the first chapter. I loved it. I'm gonna order some, for the store." And so that's really encouraging to me, and makes me so happy because all I've ever cared about in being a creator and being a writer is to be read. Like I don't like it's not about the fame or money or any it's never been about that for me. It's always been about I want to connect with people, and writing for me is the way that I feel is the only way that I can really articulate myself. And so for retailers to be excited about it and for fans to also be excited about it is just the best of both worlds. And I've always dreamt of seeing one of my books on the shelves of a store, and so it's just like I can't wait to see it. I hope people who pick it up support your local comic book store. Let them know you want it. Take a picture, let me know, send it to me. I always love seeing that.
Definitely. If I see it, I'm gonna be like,
that's so cool. We're like, oh my god, I know this guy.
Yeah, tag me, ask me questions. I just love talking about this stuff, and I always enjoy when people are interested and when people want to know. And just for I've been able to get some really great pull quotes from different creators in the industry. And for instance, Brian Michael Bendis, he wrote Ultimate Spider-Man and Powers and Daredevil and Avengers and all these great books. And he said it was a very strong start. And I sent it to other creators like Jim Zub, who's writing Conan, and Colin Bunn, and they all have pull quotes on the graphic novel itself. So whenever you pick up the book, you know, you'll see what they have to say, and it makes me proud that they enjoyed it and that they support it. So I hope
That's
people will see
awesome.
that and be like, hey, like, let's give this guy a shot, because
Wait a second.
I love discovering new creators. Some of my favorite comic book experiences is going to a store and finding a book that no one's ever heard about or talked about, and being like, this is a hidden gem, and sharing it with people.
I was going to say, like, one of my favorite things to do is find like a creator that I know in a comic store out in the wild and go,
yeah,
hey, I saw your book.
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
And I feel like people should do that all the time. If you know a creator and you follow a creator and you find their book in the wild somewhere, like Barnes and Nobles, which is always one of the greatest things. You find it in Barnes and Nobles, take a picture of it, and you post it up so the creator can see it.
Hell, I'll just get a copy and I'll just go to different stores and put it up. So
it's like an ad that you do yourself.
That doesn't count, I guess. No.
Like, wow, look at this book I found here at the grocery store.
That doesn't count, I guess, does it, Nandor?
No.
Wow, they sell books at 7-Eleven? That's crazy.
Yeah, Target is carrying my book.
Okay. Oh my God, Target.
Oh my God! See, Paul, you kind of messed up the mystique. Now you can't do it because people were like, "Did he find?"
No, we're here to help the viewers. This is great. This is what we should be doing.
I think that's a great idea, though. Yeah, just take the book with you.
It's like people who have merch and they go to take like really nice product photos, but they go to IKEA and they like set up their stuff in the IKEA and then just take a bunch of pictures.
Beautiful little apartments,
and the little setups they have. Yeah, see, everyone does it.
So you don't want me to go on top of the Empire State Building like that couple did with Nandor's book and do a photograph of the theater? No.
Look where I am.
Wow, they have books in the Empire State Building.
You go to a bookstore and in their bestseller section, you replace it with your own and leave, and like you're like, oh, I don't know how that got there.
Dude, you give me a discount on 10 books, I'll take those 10 books and go to the store you want me to. That way it'll look legit.
Oh my God, too much fun. So Paul, why don't you tell the people, because I see Yummy already is supporting you here. This is a reminder that Kickstarter for Time Enforcer. It's almost over, so go support it today.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's we have our Kickstarter up for our episode 2 graphic novel. It's going to be 48 pages. It could be more at this point, the way I'm drawing pages. So I don't know what the final count will be, but I'm excited. This is a project that's been a long time coming. It started out as a video game. It came out of COVID. I just wanted to make a better virtual learning experience for both the educators and students. And that was really the inspiration for what I conceived this idea called Time Enforcers, where it's meant to make learning history fun. And you take different characters from the past and throw them into a sci-fi adventure. And while they're battling the bad guys, you actually learn a little about who these characters are as you go along playing with them. So it's meant to be an engaging experience with the kids so they get involved and want to learn more about who these characters are ultimately. And I've always envisioned this being a springboard, meaning that it's not an end-all be-all, that you're going to learn everything about Amelia Earhart or Togo. It's meant to be a springboard for kids or players to go and find out more about who these characters were. And so in addition to the research I've done, I've provided all the links to the research that I found. And that way people can go through and actually, study the characters on their own, which is kind of cool. But awesome. With this Kickstarter, it's been an offering that it's grown over the time. Like I said, this started out as a video game, which is for sale in the app stores. But because episode 2 required animations, I just was a natural fit to take whatever artwork that I needed for the animations and make it into a comic book. And that's really how this came about. And so I'm really happy that we have different artists that are appearing in this book. There are 5 variant covers that we're offering as an exclusive to the Kickstarter. They're virgins, so there's not going to be any kind of branding at all of Time Enforcer's logo marks on these covers. It'll just be strict artwork pieces. And the 5 artists we have are Angel Lopez, Keith Williams, Chris Mad, Will Torres, and Angelo Concepcion III, and they all did a great job. And the way I left it with them was, here are my characters. You guys do whatever you want with it. And they actually went to town. They knocked it out. I mean, there's so many different interpretations of the characters that I've created, and seeing how they actually illustrated them is just phenomenal to me. So I just really find it really, really cool. In addition to the artwork, for the covers, the hardcover edition is actually going to have an artist gallery showcase. And I've actually got 2 new editions that just came in the door over the past couple of days. We're going to be featuring art that I've acquired over the past couple of years at different conventions. I've actually asked artists to interpret their characters and have them do it in their style. So it's probably, at least at this point, probably like 15 pages worth of that artwork alone. But I have these 2 pieces that just came in. This is by Hector Mondavel, and he actually did a book.
Oh my God, that is so cute.
Yeah, it did a book. I got my Phantasmagoria by George Alvarez, and so I won this print actually because I did the Kickstarter. So they said, "Food, what do you want to have?" And I said, "Well, it's gonna be really cool if you can mash up my villains with my heroes and throw your characters in the mix." And that's what they did. So it's really a lot of fun. So that's gonna be in the hardcover edition. And then we were at Bronx Anime, and Izzy actually did this great portrait of Kaizen for me. So he's going to be in the edition as well. So I keep adding to this. Like I said, I don't know what the final page is going to be because it keeps growing. So it's just really, really a lot of fun.
Yeah, Paul likes to help everybody.
It's just I think we help each other. I find that asking people to go out of their comfort zone and try and do something different, not your typical Spidey or your Wolvie or your Deadpool, and interpret a character and see how they do it is really kind of cool. So what excites me the most is we're actually close to $2,000, and that will unlock our first stretch goal, which is going to be 3 digital stickers, but actually it's also going to include membership in the Time Enforcer Secret Circle. So if you're fans of A Christmas Story, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And ultimately, I'm going to be developing, the decoder ring. Haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'll send decoder rings out to all the members of the Secret Circle when it's all said and done.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah. I love Easter eggs, and I keep building them in. And I'm a big comic fan, have been for decades. I'm also a sci-fi fan, have been for decades. So I just love these genres. I love, looking back at what other creators have done and put a homage to them, saying that I really appreciate what you did for me growing up, and hopefully, other readers can see what, influenced me as an artist, as a enthusiast as well. So.
Okay, Paul, I see you.
Yeah, but the whole point is that, this is really meant to be an education framework. Getting back to my experience.
Whoa, the story is cool.
Yeah, my experience with COVID, I really want to make learning history fun. And unfortunately, I think history is going by the wayside with teaching nowadays because everything's English language arts or it's mathematics or even science, I hear, is going by the wayside as well. Teachers are just struggling with time to get these kids involved in learning, and so I really wanted to make this an adventure for kids to learn. So the whole point is it's not playing a game, it's not reading a comic book. We're actually going to be doing a tabletop role-playing game as well. It's engaging them through a whole curriculum. Thank you, Kira, I appreciate that. And the curriculum is based on them adopting a character that they go through and actually do the research for a subject that they want to research about. So if the main core subject is feudal Japan, they get to choose the person, place, or thing from this thing I call a data bank. And I got a copy here. So they get this envelope. It's like eyes only, and they actually go through and they have different subjects they can choose from here. If they want to learn about, Japanese tea ceremony, they can. If they want to learn more about the shogunates, they can. If they want to learn about peasants and how they had to work during feudal Japan, they can. But the whole idea is we empower the students to learn something they're interested in as opposed to forcing subjects down their throat, which they're not, and then so it just turns off the learning. And so that is all part and parcel what this whole experience is. It's combining all these elements together, but getting kids back together with the basics for learning, like journaling, coming together, doing research, and then getting together in a group to collaborate and make a presentation. And ultimately, the whole goal is to have people say, "No, I don't really want to die. It's okay if I speak in public. That's all right. I'm not that fearful of it anymore." So it's just trying to break down those barriers and get kids comfortable with learning and want to learn and desire to learn. And that's really what the goal is going to be.
Yeah,
It's so
Paul's
cool.
been doing this and working it and making it happen. And I love the fact that this thing has a future and a half.
Mhm.
As long as we can get Paul some money so he can get a team and get it all.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm one man show
Yeah.
at this point. I don't mind being a one man show, but just it takes longer to do things when you're one man show. And it's
Oh
great when
yeah.
you can get more artists on and help out and start creating content because ultimately that's what's going to drive this whole thing. History, like everything else, this is infinitesimal in terms of the subject matter that's available. And so the more content that I can build out, the better I can support the whole curriculum I have because we have right now about 19 weeks of curriculum that I've framed out. It's just a matter of getting the artwork done and the storylines done. But ultimately, what's going to happen is that 19 weeks of framework actually coincides with all state mandated requirements for teaching history. So if you're going to be a homeschooler, or if you're in a charter school or a school
Oh.
district, you're going to be able to teach this because it's going to abide by what the state's saying. Listen, this is how we need to teach history at this course, and you're going to
Mhm.
the teacher can fit it in really easily that way. So
That's amazing. Oh man, I love history. So like this has been chef's kiss. That's awesome.
you're going to love this, Kira. I mean, I'm just having so
Yeah.
much fun, and Ralph knows the back workings that I've been working on this. But they're in addition to the Easter eggs, I'm just introducing so many different subjects that isn't your typical history study. So it's meant to be fun,
Mm-hmm.
it's meant to be engaging, and what I call a swashbuckling adventure. Essentially, it's really applicable for all ages. I'm trying to make this so any age can read it. You don't have to worry about blood
Yeah.
and gore. You don't have to worry about language,
Mhm.
whatever. It's just it's meant to be engaging for all ages. So
Yeah, I think history is definitely supposed to be that. We're supposed to be learning from it. We're supposed to be understanding it because history is just made up of decisions that people made, and they were just like you or. Uh, thank you. I'm a big
Yummy's the best.
Hellaverse fan.
Yummy's the best.
You missed it. I was in the beginning. Now I'm just here learning about Paul and Nandor. It's so great. But yeah, history is just so great, and I'm so glad that you're doing this. I'm excited
thanks.
to look into it a little bit more after.
I'm not sure if my family agrees with that anymore or not, but I'm having.
Oh, because the one man show thing.
I gotta say, I love the fact that she put this in here. She's like, Fletcher's finally ready to reveal his true feelings to his crush, Caitlin. The same day she introduces her new boyfriend to their co-workers and mutual friend, spiraling from the rejection, a heartbroken Fletcher suddenly experiences not only visions of a future where Caitlin and him are not destined to be together, but other extraordinary abilities he can't even begin to understand. In a fit of overwhelming emotion, Fletcher accidentally unleashes his shadow self, and
And dot dot dot. Oh
the
wait, there's
shadow
more.
selves of others across Presence City and around the globe. Can Fletcher willingly confront his own manifested demon and save himself, his city, and his world? Or will he succumb to the gnawing voice in his head that's constantly telling him to give up? She put the whole thing there. She was like, okay, sounds good.
That sounds cool.
And she's like, I think I'm going to have to read it. And then, of course,
You gotta
of
get it into your
course.
local bookstore, baby.
Oh, that's what she did. Hold on. Where is it? Boom.
Oh, cool. At
I just
Nandor.
pre-ordered season book 1 from BAM. It won't be out until until sometime next year. So it'll take a bit for me to read it, read it, and I'm excited for it though.
Oh, like BAM, the Brooklyn Arts Museum?
I don't think so.
Assuming?
'Cause she's
No,
out in
different
Ohio.
BAM? Oh,
She's
different
out in
BAM.
Ohio.
There's a bunch of different BAMs.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yumi. I mean, that means a lot to me. And yeah, like so it's gonna release in comic book stores on September 9th, but it's gonna release in bookstores like Books a Million, Barnes and Noble, and indie bookstores can order it from Simon and Schuster. That'll be coming out. I think it's gonna be March of next year. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
you prefer to um, get it
Books a
from your
Million.
local bookstore if you don't have a
Mhm.
comic book store around. Um, yeah, go for it. I worked in independent bookstores for most of my life, so I love them so much.
That makes sense now because earlier when you were saying that it's going to come out in spring, and I was like, September, it's not
Oh
spring.
yeah, right, right.
Thank you for the clarity. I was like, I know I messed up the season before, but I know when fall's coming. That's like my
Yeah,
shtick.
Well, that makes more sense now. So the comic book
That's
stores,
awesome.
yeah, the comic book stores
yeah.
gets it now, and then the bookstores will get it for the time period when it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
hmm hmm
yeah. So comic book stores kind of get the first grab at it, and then bookstores will get it later. But yeah, hopefully, and that's kind of the goal is we hope to release them each volume, like around the season, that it should be. So,
I like
and
that.
so yeah, but yeah, it looks like Yummy said it was Books a Million, so that's where pre-ordered it.
See, so
Awesome.
there goes what your BAM means.
What's a million?
Yeah, bam,
Ah, bam.
bam.
There's the bam. There goes bam.
Bam!
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh my God.
Great reference.
If anyone else wants the link, yeah, go ahead, put it right
LOL.
there. There she goes. Boom.
Ooh,
Yeah,
damn. That's your
Yummy
name.
stays on top of her game.
That's awesome. Thanks you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So to wrap things up, Kira, tell everybody where you're going to be Saturday and why they should be there. Go for it.
Oh yeah. So my name's Kira. We're gonna be at the Summer Spell Market if you're in New York City. It's gonna be in 87 Lafayette Street in Canal, right off Canal. That's like the Chinatown in Manhattan. And it's a free market that you can attend where there'll be 18 plus different vendors. We got body artists, we got vinyl, we got just general artists, amazing, and we also got someone who's selling tea. They make tea. I didn't know that's something a person could make. But I'm really excited for all of the different vendors that we're going to be working with. There's going to be a Black Clover meetup. There's also going to be workshops, crystal candle workshops, as well as performances by Gameplay Live. They're doing really amazing stuff. I am not very good at describing it because I just met them, but I'm already infatuated. So please come through. There's a wonderful day of things to happen. And if you're in New York, it's free. So that's already awesome.
I'm going to see if I can pull something off. Because I'm supposed
12
to
to
be somewhere
6.
I'm supposed to be somewhere else. So let's see what happens.
It's okay. You're a man of many demands. I get it.
But it's the city, and sometimes you get to some place before you get to other places. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Like, I understand what it's like to do multiple things in a day, and eventually you get tired. But don't worry, we have little spots where you can lounge and relax because I want people to stay and have a good time. And
it's funny
nothing
that you
says
say
I'm
that.
having a good time than a nice couch.
My busiest weekend was 4 cons in one weekend.
Oh my God! Like, did you do like 2 cons a day, or is it like?
Yeah.
Whoo, like a man of many. Yeah.
The only good thing is when they're in the city, it's a little easier.
Yeah, it's
then
a little
you
closer.
can just get from con to con, and if they're not too far and it's not too much travel, so that day, that time, it kind of worked out.
Yeah, like Paul was saying earlier, with the travel be real.
Yeah, there's no way that we were going to go to Terrificon and then try to hit some other con.
No. No.
So folks,
no, you want to go Fan Expo on your own, bud. That's
exactly.
That was you.
Oh, that's a trip and a half from Connecticut to Boston. So folks, this Saturday, go check it out. Especially if you like witchiness, because you're going to be in your own element, but at the same time, a con is a con, and you always find something interesting to yourself.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I see somebody's like the Black Cobra meetup.
Yeah. I know. I see you, Chill Spectre. I know who you is. Thank you. We saw him earlier, actually, when you were in my Instagram. He was one of the cosplayers on that slide. So, yeah. I hope you bring it back.
So also tell people, because we know what you're doing. So how can they find you? Because your art, you have your own art. So.
Yeah, so the way that this world that I've created has branched out, I am Swiss Army artist. When I vend, I'm also Gothic Botany. And then when I do events, I'm Dead Pedal Club NYC. So that's like how my brain has compartmentalized all of the many things that I do. Tis the username Swiss Army Artist because I do a lots of stuff. But it's kind of great. So like after this market, I'm going to be in Texas at PlantCon vending. So if any of you are out there in the Dallas, Texas area, I'll be selling my stuff at PlantCon. And you can see a little bit of all of my things that I'll be doing on Swiss Army Artist. I'm a Swiss Army Artist everywhere. If you see someone else named Swiss Army Artist, it's not me. Because I am and is the only ones. So please check it out. If you're in the New York City area, or if you're just, down to talk about anime witchy things, I'm always down to talk about anime witchy things. Or if you have plant care questions, I can help you out with that too.
You are a Jane of all trade.
Yeah, thank you. I like how you said Jane of all trade. That's kind of lit.
Ralph, heads to Swiss Army knife. Did you miss something there? I'm sorry.
No. I have to explain it to people because sometimes.
Oh, that's our website. Understand. Thank you. Yeah. No, that's the reason. Like, I am the name that I am, Swiss Army Artist, in the sense of like in college we had a class where we had to figure out how to brand ourselves, and I was like, I do too many things. I don't know what to say. Branding. And I had a friend who was like, you're kind of like a Swiss Army knife. You should call yourself Swiss Army Artist. And I went on the internet and was like, is there anybody named Swiss Army Artist on the internet? And nobody had it already. So I was like, give it to me.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. It's my website. It's my ad. It is me. I am she. She is Swiss Army Artist.
That is a great, great choice.
Thank you.
All right, Nandor, tell the people one last time where they can find you, all the good stuff. Go for it.
Yeah, so just want to remind people the final day to pre-order Seasons Volume 1 Spring from your local comic book store is next Monday, August 17th. So please go to your shop and ask them for it. You can find me on my website, foxholecomics.com. That has all my books. It has Seasons. It has Man-Child. It has Lifeline. It has The Fabled Offering. So I've published a lot of comics over the years, and you can get all the issues and exclusive variant covers there. You can also find me at Foxhole Comics on Substack for my newsletter, and you can keep up with me on conventions I'm going to. You can keep up with me on projects that I'm working on. And then, of course, you can find me on all the social media apps. I'm probably the only Nandor Fox Shaffer that you'll find. So at Nandor Fox Shaffer. And you can find me on Instagram, on YouTube, on X, on Blue Sky, on Facebook. And shoot me a message. Let me know what you're reading. I love hanging out and talking comics with people.
I gotta say, finding you was easy because I would just put Nandor in, and then you would pop up.
Awesome.
That's what he said. Now I'm the only Nandor Fox Shaffer.
Yeah, it was so easy, folks. Because it's sometimes you got to put like the whole name in before you even get anything. But it was like Nandor. And of course, Paul. Tell the people where they can find you. Go for it.
Yeah, so on social media, you can get me at Time Info Search. So basically, all in one word. I'm all over the social media outlets: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. I don't know, Blue Sky. Trying to get on. I have my own Discord channel too. So if you can join our Discord channel, that'd be great. I'm trying to form a community there. If you do join Discord, I'll be offering free stuff throughout the year. So I'll be giving away digital content. I just feel that building a community and a fan base is really important. And I think this is an important subject to cover. So the more people that get involved, I think the more effective it's going to be. And just love giving free stuff away. I'm a capitalist, but I have no clue how to make money. So it's okay.
I'd be saying the same thing.
Oh yeah, dude, the amount of stuff he gives away.
Yeah, I just I keep getting these deals in Sticker Mule, and they actually have like this magnet now. So I got my magnet for Amelia Earhart. It's acrylic, so I'll be offering this for sale on the website as well. So it's a lot of fun.
That's right, Paul.
Can't help but I get these sticker
folks, I got to share this because he did a great job of putting this together. Let's go to the videotape.
Welcome, fellow adventurer, to the next thrilling installment of the Time Enforcer Saga, Episode 2, Flying into the Crime Storm, where learning history can be fun.
Welcome to Axiom Intergalactic News, your single source of truth for the events that shape our reality. Timeline in chaos! The GSTC moves into action! This is your announcer, Ed Henry, bringing you the latest intergalactic updates from the Axiom News Network. The Galactic Space-Time Consortium, watchful guardians of the timeline, are under attack! A new evil from a trans-dimensional realm has emerged with a diabolical mission to transform reality as we know it. As events unfold, one question remains and looms large. Has the public placed its faith in an organization unprepared to handle the challenges ahead?
Fascinating read, a bit difficult to comprehend. I'll have to consult with CT about this one. Well, hello there, and good day to you. I'm Paul Hebert, speaking to you from the historic Thomas Nast Library, right here in Morristown, New Jersey. Now, if you've been following the reports from the Axiom News Network, you could be forgiven for believing our situation is, well, needless to say, rather dire. However, the truth is considerably more fascinating. For centuries, history has quietly shaped the world around us. Yet few realize that hidden behind pivotal moments in our past stands an organization dedicated to protecting the very timeline itself, the Galactic Space-Time Consortium. Its mission appears simple, but it is somewhat difficult in practice. Preserve history as we know it. Today, this challenge has never been more important, and that is precisely what the Time Enforcers is all about. One might even say learning history can be far more exciting when action and adventure is a big part of it. But enough from me. I would like to introduce you to one of the founders of the GSTC, the venerable Professor C.T. Haugens. C.T., are you there?
Blast it, Paul. Couldn't you have picked a better time to drop in? It's total chaos here. The outer defenses of the GSTC headquarters have been breached. Time portals are destabilizing. The archives are under siege. The very timeline itself is at risk of collapse. We need to call in every recruit we can to the GSTC to help out. I can't speak now. I have to go.
Well, as you can see, the situation has become considerably a bit more complicated, and quite frankly, we can use your help. Joining our Kickstarter campaign is your opportunity to take part in this mission. Whether you're discovering Time Enforcers for the very first time, or you followed our adventures from the very beginning, you will find a reward tier worthy of every agent. Choose from multiple editions of the graphic novel, including 5 stunning variant covers illustrated by an incredible lineup of legendary artists, an exclusive hardcover edition, and additional rewards that will unlock as new stretch goals are achieved throughout the campaign. Every pledge strengthens the mission. Every backer helps bring this adventure one step closer to reality. Friends, make a pledge. Support the mission and help us defeat Chronolith and his evil minions of doom once and for all. The GSTC is counting on you. Thank you for your support.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah. Paul did a great job. He had so much fun doing it.
I just have too much fun.
You can tell that you're like also enjoying it, so that's why I'm like, I love it.
Yeah, Ralph will attest. I did one video where I was like blowing bubbles multiple times during the whole thing. I had to stop because my whole hand was drenched. It dripping down my shirt, and I said, I'm not going to do that. Just one shot this time.
Just one shot of the bubbles, I swear.
Yeah, it was so funny because you can see like he remembers it because he only goes.
And they go, oh.
All right, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the show. It has been a blast. Kira, Nandor, you guys are welcome anytime to come on and talk about all the beautiful stuff you're doing.
Great meeting you both. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Good luck in y'all endeavors. Hope to see you along the path.
Oh, you definitely will. You guys did a great geek out. I am definitely bringing you back on the show, whether it's the guest host or to talk about what you're doing. So, yep, don't worry. You'll be back.
Thanks.
All right, folks. On this show, when it ends, I press the button. And where's the button, man? Why you give? Oh, there he goes. Here we go. And this happens. That's right, folks. What are you still doing here? You heard